It'll be
got
on
a
the
replay here.
line.
And oh goodness, Nukees Richardson stumbles as he tries to field the ball. Might have taken his eye off of it, and it pops forward towards the goal line. Several guys trying to get it.
But they're probably
And right here,
at,
Glades thinks they have a touchdown as it's recovered in the end zone. But let's see. The discussion continues. This is a huge, huge play. And is this unusual for the officials to take this long debating the outcome of a fumble?
Down here in Florida, and the significance of this game, they want a conference, and they want to find out and make sure that they get it absolutely right.
And they are calling touchdown Glades Central.
Yep.
Oh no, they are calling touchback.
It's a touchback. What they were trying to do on the replay that we watched earlier, they were going to see who touched it last before it rolled in the end zone. And I believe it was close enough to where they gave it to Glades Central for the touchback.
All right, so Glades Central will get the ball. Or will they? No, they won't. Well, there's confusion. There's confusion on both sides here. But it looks like Pahokee's ball. Pahokee's ball, 1st and 10 on the 20. And wow, what a bullet. What a bullet to dodge right there. Here's on 1st and 10, the run around the right-hand side, and that's Smith. And Smith, picks up about 4 yards. We have Rick Blackwell down on the sideline. Go ahead, Rick.
All right, Dan, I just got the explanation. The referee ran over to Coach Hester. Coach Hester first said, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Anyway, the referee said, let me just explain this one. He said, since the ball was never possessed, it was touched by Pahokee, but since the ball was never possessed and then it went over the goal line, it should be called a touchback, even though it was handled by the Glades Central player, obviously recovered by the Glades Central player in the end zone. But according to the referee, since it was not in possession, therefore it should be a touchback. I'm sure this is going to be a controversial play and one we'll be talking about for maybe a long time here in the Glades. Back to you.
Thank you, Rick. And he brings up a good point. In high school football, on the kickoffs, if the ball goes, but that wasn't a kickoff. That was a punt. If the ball goes into the end zone, it's usually not playable.
It has to be who has possession, and from what they're saying is the ball came down, touched him, but he didn't have possession, so it's whoever had last possession. Then
so a huge break, and around the left side goes Smith, and it looks like he's going to power ahead for a 1st down. He got it by about a yard. So 5:14 to go here. And we have Althea on the sideline for a report. Go ahead.
Well, Dan, no doubt you saw that amazing halftime show, and these two bands, they put a lot of hard work into those routines. Carl Kendall's a drum major for Glades Central. He joins us live now. Carl, talk a little bit about how much work you put into that routine. It was a new routine that you guys put together.
Well, it was a very, very, very rigorous routine. We started it Monday. You know, we had a little trouble here and there, but like when it came all through, you know, the band really pulled through for us, you know, and, you know, we just had to focus and say, you know, the football team really need us, and they really looking for a show. They don't want excuses, so we're going to give them what they're looking for, and that's what we did.
And how is it being out there doing this routine in front of thousands of people, pumping up the crowd? What does it feel like?
Oh, man, your energy level has to be very high. You have to have a lot of stamina and a lot of discipline. You know, we talk a lot about discipline in our band, because without discipline, you know, you can't really get through a practice, because you try to discipline them here, discipline them there. But because our band, you know, is focusing a lot on discipline, it made it really easy. And then, you know, you got the final product, which was on the field.
Hey, Carl, thank you so much. Good job. Good routine. Dad, we're going to send it back to you.
Thank you, Althea. And you just saw a big defensive play there by Glade Central's Artavius Dowdell, who sacked the Pahokee quarterback. And was that Evans still back there? Or is Nukese Richardson back at quarterback? I think Nukese is back at quarterback. Yeah. But regardless, he got sacked, and now Evans will come in.
Richardson's still in there.
Yeah, Richardson gets sacked.
Dowdell's a big guy. He's 6'4", 230 pounds, and he can run.
Yeah.
And if he gets a hold of you, you're coming down.
All right, so 3rd and 13 now for the Blue Devils. Evans in at quarterback. 3 receivers are on the right-hand side. He's looking for one of them. He's got one. And that's a reception just shy of the 40-yard line. And let's see who it was who made the catch. That looks to be Dexter Holmes, who came up with the ball there. So that is going to bring up 4th down, but a manageable one, and you got to expect Pahokee to go for it here.
Oh, yeah, they have to go for it. You got 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in this game, and right now Emmanuel Perez is moving them. The only thing they can't do, which they have been doing, is turn over the football. They can't fumble it, and they can't intercept it.
The turnover has been a big problem here for Pahokee.
Nukese is in at quarterback.
And Nukese is back at quarterback now. On 4th down, he's going to roll to his left, looking to throw. Hard throw, and it's intercepted again. Intercepted, this time by guess who? Number 14, Gregory Dent.
See, that's what I just talked to you about 2 seconds ago, Dan. They should have left Emmanuel Perez in the game. They should have just kept going down the field. But they're asking Nukese Richardson to do too much right now.
He was rolling to his left and throwing with his right arm, and that's a tough throw to make for any quarterback. But it just didn't look like there was anybody there.
No, I mean, he's probably expecting a receiver to be there, but it looked like he didn't get enough into it. There was a receiver that was deeper, but he just threw it right to the cornerback for Glade Central. Yeah,
it didn't look like the ball was tipped at all, but he definitely had some pressure as he was throwing the football. So Glades with the ball back, 2:47 to go in the game. Little movement there. They're going to get away with it. Up the middle goes McLeod. McLeod, he's to the 25. Looks like down to about the 10-yard line. Antonio McLeod picks up a 1st down for Glades, and that could be just about all she wrote. A timeout now called by Pahokee. 2:37 left to go in the game, and Glades up 19-14 and knocking on the door here. Wow, what a turnaround.
That was a very, very nice play. Once again, that was a counter, what I call counter, when you pull 2 guards off to the right, and then you have your running back pick the hole. Anytime you see 2 offensive linemen running down the line looking to just maul people, just take them out, head hunting, you're going to have a good time.
Also like to thank some of our other sponsors for this game. We've thanked them several times already, but definitely want to mention the City of Pahokee, J.P. Sasser, the Coic family. And special thanks, of course, to Ryder Rental, Melora Duplantis, and Tammy Bunting for helping to make this game quite a success. And a fantastic finish coming down here as Glade Central gets its 3rd interception of the game and holding on to the ball with 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the 2008 Muck Bowl. It's not over yet, though, folks. If you think it is, then you haven't seen enough Muck Bowls. Anything can happen here. They're going to keep it on the ground. Around the right side is Chisholm. Chisholm is in the end zone, but there's a flag on the play. Chisholm is in, but there's a flag on the play. Is that going to be holding against the Raiders?
Usually if it's that close, I would bet on that it's holding.
If it is, it gives Pahokee a little bit more life here. So that's going to take the touchdown back. Holding on the Raiders. So they're going to bring it back. And not a lot of time going off of the clock here the past few plays. Still 2.5 minutes to go. So should Glades not be able to score here, and it's still 1st down, so they've still got 4 shots. Pahokee, all they need is one big play, and they could win the game. So nothing is decided here yet with 2.5 minutes to go, and I think that's how you like your Muck Bowls, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not necessarily how each head coach likes them.
Yeah, a lot of stress.
But if you're a fan, that's what you like to see. Okay. First down, Raiders. Give is going to be to the right side to McLeod. McLeod breaks a tackle before he is swarmed over by a host of Blue Devils, including Jaquan Bentley. Haven't mentioned the offensive lines too much. Like to mention these guys because they don't get a lot of credit. So let's say hey to Rupert Bryan, Jim Knowles, Henry Orlis, James Rainey, and Vincent Harper of Glade Central. And for Pahokee, Donald Hester, Dorrell Willis, Antonio Ford, Willis Bowles, and Jaquan Bentley.
The big hogs.
The big hogs of this game. The guys doing the work down in the trenches and definitely working hard today.
Yeah, they're working extremely hard. It's an excellent ball game to watch. I'm stressed out today, and I'm not even coaching today. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm thinking about it.
2:20 to go here. Glade's coming back now. Second and goal. Chisholm went over 100 yards, I am told, on his last carry. They've been hard-earned yards for Glades. Hard-earned on both sides, actually.
Yep. And that's a credit to the hogs up front.
All right, so 2:20 to go. Thomas going to fake it to Chisholm, running around the left side. He's got a little bit of room. Pahokee giving chase, big collision, and he is dropped at about the 5-yard line and slow to get up.
Yeah, he's hurt.
That was a pretty good collision right there. Hopefully we can take another look at that one. Chisholm still, or rather Thomas still not getting up.
Well, the area he got hit in is either lower rib or the hip, which could cause a hip pointer, and hip pointers are very, very painful.
All right, here we go. Had a lot of room out here. Getting some blocking from his receivers. And
here comes the cornerback making a play. Boom, right there. It was low. It might be even lower now. It looks like it could be even a leg.
Yeah, it very well could be. And was that Willie Hickman, number 5, on the hit there? I believe it was.
Either
that or it was Jarvis Bird. But he is okay. You can tell he's holding his right arm, so he may have got one of those burners in his shoulder there, Coach.
Yeah, he might have popped it out too. I mean, that can happen on any time, any little twist, any jerk, whatever like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see who they got coming in.
Well, as we know, Glades has plenty of quarterbacks. And this time it looks like they're going to bring in Contavious McCoy, a guy who we saw in last year's Muck Bowl, who actually had a pretty good second half in bringing the Raiders back when they were down. So, coming in now at 3rd and goal with the ball on the Pahokee 4-yard line. 149 to go here in the game. Here's the snap. The give is going to be around the right-hand side, but dragged down behind the ball, and he drops it. He drops it, but no.
It's down. The ground cannot cause a fumble. He was down.
And had that not gone exactly that way, you would have seen an eruption here.
Oh yeah,
this unlike any other. But at least tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss and bringing up 4th down. And now you got to make a decision if you're Jesse Hester, Coach. So put yourself in Jesse Hester's shoes. But let's look at the replay here. That's Chisholm, he is down, and then the ball pops out.
The decision I would make right now, I would kick a field goal.
All right, you heard it.
I don't know how good of a field goal kicker they have.
And that was Carlos Lamons on the tackle. Now, we haven't called his name that much, but he is the leader of this defense. And a great defensive play right there, which if he doesn't get free, it looked like he might have had the corner, like he might have had the touchdown there, and that certainly would have put it away. But minute 37 to go. A field goal will make it 22-14, which still could be tied with a touchdown and 2-point conversion.
Right.
But it would make them do at least that.
Right. You want to increase your lead the best you can.